Hello, chat. How are you guys? Welcome to welcome to my live streamings 2026, and I have a lot of updates. So, as you can see behind the scenes, I have a full new home office and a new full setup to my streams. So the latest news is that I have painted the walls. I have some new shelves there. I have updated my video gear, and so right now we are doing this live stream with a Elgato Facecam 4K, and it's very tricky. I also bought key light from Elgato also, and the I think the coolest thing, and that will improve a lot the quality of the not the videos, because the quality of the videos and streamings depends on me, but the quality of the image. And I think that's not the most important, but nevertheless I like to buy new stuff. So this is the new latest acquisition. It's a Lumix camera, S5D, and it has a beautiful image. And I have tried, but I'm still trying to figure out how I am going to set up everything. And what I'm doing right now, I can show to you guys some cool stuff regarding my office, and I can share it with you. Let's see. These are the photos of the office, and I think in the end it's beautiful. This is my desk setup, and you can see here the new camera, the key light. Yeah. And this is my living room, actually. And there we have Katarina in the day that she was born, my oldest daughter. My books, James Gandolfini, of course. And okay, these are the photos of my home office right now and my studio. Yeah, and I can talk a little bit about this desk cable tray. This is one of my latest acquisitions also, and this this is still a work in progress. But of course, we have a lot of cable mess, as you can see, and I have a photo. Oh, look. And I have a hard time with cable mess. So I have bought these desk cable trays to mount behind the desk, and to organize the cables, and everything is going to be very organized, and my mind can relax a little bit with cable mess. Yeah, these are the shelves. I have a plant here, a beautiful plant that was a Christmas present from one of my sisters, Carmo. This is the other shelf. This is my Shure Mico. A lot of pictures. This is a small video, and this is one of the coolest acquisitions that I have done Actually, the camera is the one that I'm using right now to do this live streaming, and it's quite good. Okay, so I have shown you the latest news about my home office and my You- YouTube or streaming studio, and let's move to the today's topic. And what's the today's topic? So, actually, I think this is going to be a cool streaming, and I want to play a little bit with this pest widows. This is really, really handy. Because the application that I'm playing with or working with, it's PeopleDear, and the PeopleDear is actually a multi-tenant application, meaning that everything must be run and managed through a tenant. And in the PeopleDear case, in this application, the tenant is an organization, it's a company, it's a business that has employees, and employees they can request time offs and so on. Um, so I, I actually on this application I don't want the employees that will be assigned with a user of that organization or the organization that belongs with to be able to switch organizations or to 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 create new organizations, meaning that the registration process will be a process that is going to be run on the main application without a tenant, but on the registration process, we will create an organization and the owner of the organization in the registration process. So, um, and I want to give the feeling to the employees, to the business owner, that it's their own application. So I think, in my opinion, that the better way to show this is to have subdomains, meaning that an organization, let's say MapTech organization, the the domain of that organization while accessing PeopleDear, it will be something like so. Let's use this example. So this is the PeopleDear incorporation or corporation, and as you can see, we are solving this by the path after the domain, and we want to change this to let me see. To this. Okay. And since we Nuno announced this pest widows um, upgrade or update or feature in pest, it's going to be very easy to test this. And let's jump to the post and read it. Okay. Wait. Okay, best with the host browser testing subdomains in Laravel. You probably noticed this was missing on. Yeah, I noticed this. A way of testing subdomains. And this is my use case. Multi-tenant apps with subdomains routing, and this is what we want to achieve. It actually, let me close some stuff here. Okay, so, and this is my use case and what we want to work with. Yeah, and we want to use this with hosts. No way, the fix. Now you can set the host per test, but also we can set it globally, and maybe we will, or we will play a little bit. Testing multiple tenants. Yeah, because we want to have, let's say, we want to have a test case where we create an organization, a tenant, and we can always use that tenant to test the tenant routes. But okay, so we are going to use this, of course, to update the PES plugin browser. But also, I'm playing around and learning a little bit about this package, Sprout, and multi-tenancy for your Laravel application, and why I'm doing this, and why I'm testing a new package. It's just because this one, it's we can use the basic features already, but I think it's very, very, very simple, easy to set up, and it will bring a lot of features that we can use later on. And yeah, and it has this concept of having separated packages for each one of the features, like shared databases or multi databases. So it's going to be, for what I understood of the package, a different for Sprout, it's going to be a different package. So it's like you can add or bring some specific feature that you need on your application, or you don't need to install the multi-database package. This is also very cool. And yeah, so I already have installed it in PeopleDear. But let's see if we are able to achieve what we want to achieve. This, and when we are trying to resolve a tenant with a subdomain, we want to see this. Welcome to PeopleDear incorporation. So, but we can read a little bit about how we can achieve this, because the configuration and tenant resolution. Okay, tenant resolution, and maybe we have something here that is available. Identity resolvers, and we have subdomain header, mainly for APIs, path, cookie, and session. And right now we are using the path resolver, and we want to change it to subdomain. And that would be, I think, easy to do. And yeah, the subdomain identity resolver allows you to provide your tenant identifiers as a subdomain component. And I think we will need to set this. Uh, let's jump into our code, and I want to bring here the settings, and okay, this is that route that we were seeing. Let me open that route, not route Francisco, route. Okay, people. Oh, what's it? People, dear ink. Okay, so we have this, and we want to change the route. So let's see in our config of this package, multi-tenancy. What do we have here? Okay, so we have defaults. So tenancy, provider, and resolver. And we want the resolver to be subdomain, I guess. And now, of course, not found, because we have changed it. So my laptop is, let's open it here, because this one, it's going to be not found, because we are not resolving the tenant by the path, but we are resolving it from the subdomain. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. No, not solving it. So let's see what's missing. Tenancies, organization, providers, pa 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 pa. And here, tenant providers, tenants, organizations. This is the model. To identity resolvers. And we have the subdomain. And the subdomain, the driver, of course. The domain, tenant domain. And maybe what's missing here, it's to set up this on our .env or not. No. We have it here. So something else is missing. Parameter, we will try to understand this because of how this identifier resolves when defining your tenant routes using automatic approach. If you define the routes in a group that has a domain provided, it will be overwritten by the resolver. Let's read it here. Okay. Automatic routes. Okay, this default resolver manually tenancy. So you can use the pattern and parameter options too. Not understanding. Tenant. Route get, and if we go to our app.here, okay, what's happening? If you define the routes in a group that has a domain provided, it will be overwritten by the resolver. We don't have. When using the subnumber, so when an application that has known tenanted routes, it is very highly recommended that you wrap your non-tenanted routes in a route group that specifies the domain. If you don't do this, all the non-tenanted routes will be accessible under the tenant subdomain without identification taking place. So I think I know what is happening. Let's see if we no test route, okay, and if we try to reach the test route, it's here. So what's happening is we will need because this but this, when you resolve when using the subdomain resolver with an application that has non-tenanted routes, it is very highly recommended that you wrap your non-tenant routes in. Okay, I understand that because so, but this is going to give us. Can we achieve this? So let's see. Route group that specifies the domain. Let's read. Okay. So what we want to go to the web. No. Hello. Yeah, we want to put everything under that domain. So either we go here, app, web, okay, we have this web. Let's see if we can do this route. Domain, and here we are going to do this later. People dear.test. Can we do this? And now let's just comment out this. Let's try it. Yeah, now this is going to be not found. Everything is slow here, and I don't like that. Okay, he found it. And now if we go to our non-tenant routes, let's say the main application routes, it's not working. It's not that it's not working. It's no, it's working. Cool. Login. Yeah, the problem is the middleware for sure. How can we do this? What is this thing expecting? Okay, it can be a closure. No, we're using is a closure. Web, it's a string. Pop, pop, pop. Okay. I don't like this, but just let us. Yep, we will need to move everything to a proper. We need to move these routes to the tenant routes. Why is complaining? What's the problem? What have we done wrong? Okay, okay. Do we have paint? I have some stuff that is not working, or it is, but it's not showing. No, or it's taking too long. Code quality, Laravel Paint. There, but this really is very slow again. No, it's actions on save. Yeah, and now I think we want to remove the paint. We want to reformat code, but I don't. I, this one we want to remove it. Apply. Okay, and okay. It looks good. And now, if we run, okay, we are back on business login. And no binding resolution exception. Why? So the problem. Nevertheless, let me see. This is still working, right? Yep. Let's try to. Yeah, so login Laravel Fortify. So these routes are not running under the subdomain, and I guess that could be the problem. I guess. All of this stuff is not running. Okay. Let's find Fortify Laravel. Two. Right. We have this middleware. Ensure organization exists. But why will we apply this middleware? Web. Aha. So we are adding this ensure organization exists to that web routes, but actually we don't want that, right? The same problem. Binding resolution exception. And the only reason for this is that we are not that we are not that we don't have the I that we don't have the providers Fortify service provider working. It's not registered, and maybe this is related with something that I was playing around, and don't discover Laravel. Don't discover. Maybe we need to do something like PHP if we can. Bootstrap providers. Fortify service provider. We have it here. Okay. Not understanding this. Okay, let's do the following. Let's go to our web routes and let's just remove this. Let's roll back. I'm stupid because let's see if this breaks. If okay. Okay. So let's do it in another way. Let's just So what I'm going to do is I'm going to okay, I want this auth, these settings profile, because the users are going to be actually the login. It should also be under a tenant, but okay, let's just see if we put this here. Okay, if the login is, it's going to work. Okay, and now let's just see if we can log in. Okay, but the problem now it's because I have removed this from here, and if we run it again, no. Oh, come on. Target class ensure organization doesn't exist. Okay, so I think I need to solve the issue of now. Oh, come on. Okay, actually we are logged in. Okay, and now let's go to our favorite interface, that are the time of tabs. And okay, everything working. Okay, I'm not going to touch anything else. What I'm going to do is to create the test that we want, to make sure that we are able to reach to this page with the subdomain. So let's see. Let's update the pest plugin. And why? Composer.json. Updates to 4.2. And while he is updating, let's think a little bit about the test that we want to write. That will be something like on the browser. Tenant welcome page test. Haven't updated the package, right? Okay, that's right. Come on. What's this? Okay, I will need the organization. That's our tenant. And, I think no, I know that I need to, yeah, it can be Acme. And now, let's see. What Non is saying here. Now we can. Yeah. Everything is breaking. Okay. The resolver subdomain is missing a required value. I guess this is actually good. And I think this is what's missing. And we need to put it here and then localhost. Of course, this is wrong, okay? The dashboard. We don't want to test the dashboard. We want to test the welcome page that it's going to be the route of that organization, the root page of that organization or the landing page. And actually, this is going to be the login. Yeah, with host not working because we are not able to update that package. Come on, this is so slow. What's saying here? npm. Okay. Do we need to specify the version? But the package is fixed to by partial update, and that version does not match. Okay, finally. And we want to test the still without Windows not working. And why it's that? Now we have the best plugin browser to the. Let's see if there. No, this is the latest one. Best PHP. Ah, 4.3.1. Maybe that's why. Dun, 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 dun. And my laptop is faster right now. And I just have put OBS. I'd OBS. Still with key. I don't see the with host method yet. No, I'm stupid. Again, pest PHP, pest plugin browser. And let's see. Actually, it's this one. For that 3 days ago. Mm. Currently, with host is not changeable directly on visit. Edit. Okay. Okay. So maybe what we need to do is paste browser with host dot local host. Ah, so cool. So now we actually can test our tenant with subdomain subdomains routes, and this is really, really, really good, and it's going to help us a lot. It's going to help us a lot. So thank you, Nunu. And what I want to do here is we can improve this a little bit, because why? Let's say we want with user test case, but now under test case we can copy this and we can say tenant test case. Okay. We can come here, public function. We just go to the setup and we can protected organization. This is going to be our organization, and we can say this organization, it's going to be here, organization factory create. We can say create quietly, I prefer, so we don't use events. Identifier can be this with no problem. We can say that Acme Corporation. Okay. I think I will be happy with this. And now under pest. But now what I want to do on the browser, I want to create a new directory saying tenant, or better, prefactor rename organization. I'm so complicated. And now here we want a new directory to land lords routes. And now we can start to move this to the tenant, and Okay. Now I can use this in this way. Pest and now we to tenant test case, refresh database, of course, and and we want to apply this to browser tenant, and later on we are going to do the same to the feature tests. Okay, let's jump to our tenant welcome page test. Let's run it. Tenant test case can be used. Why not? Okay, understood. Okay, understood, because now here we want to say that this is applied to the landlord. And now if we run the test, okay, yeah, because we on this test we are trying to create an organization with identifier that already exists, and now this here we want to remove this from here, and we want to go to the tests, and here in the browser, yeah, we can say I think no. Okay, let's remove that, and can we, let's fix this, because this now can be this organization name, but and now under the pest, come on, I want to see it. Oh no, connection to Acme localhost failed, caused by, okay, why? Why? Because do we need to put this on the test? If so, this is not very handy. It it could be a global setting, but we can go and okay. Let's go and read the post. Or configure it globally in pest.php. Hmm. Why? Why? I think. No, Pact is very good, dude. It's a cool name for a test package. Pact. And now we have this twice. And why? So, okay. And this is actually this is good because when we are testing the tenant application or the tenant routes, we want it to be the using the subdomain of that tenant. Okay. But when we are running the landlord routes, we don't want to use the subdomain, so we will want to use this. Okay, and right, since we are here, we can can we do this? This freeze time. And this will be the test case, right? Yep. No, I'm being stupid also. Okay, because this the test tenant test case. Okay, no, stupid. I just need to remove this from here. And now I think we can paste the paste defaults or modes test defaults. And if we come here and put it here, this is our unit and integration tests. And now with user test case, and now here we can do this. Okay, we have okay. Let's just see if we can run this. And we cannot create go to a member connection on null. Of course, because now we want to move all these tests to the landlord. And it's taking a lot of time. And why? I don't know. Okay, so it's failing, and yeah, and it's failing, and maybe could it be because oi, 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 what I'm doing? Okay, I just want to copy this to here, and now I want to say that this is only localhost. Can it be? This the problem? Or can this be the problem? It doesn't seem. Okay, I'm not going to worry with that. I'm going to fix this later on, but we can still have here. No, let it be. But now I want to make something that is this. I want to change this to tenant. Since we are using the tenant name under our tests, and let me see if, oh, so cool, and does this test. It works. Here it doesn't work. Okay. PeopleDear tests. PeopleDear.test. Okay. And I think I know why. Because actually this is why. And now I don't know if we can use the config here. Let's jump to our no. I think this can make sense to put a config value here that is going to be the tenanted domain. So we can say that the defaults okay. And now Maybe to this config. What do I want? PHP artisan route list. It's there. And we are getting it from the config. I like it. Okay, so if we are back on our tests, now this route is going to resolve to the localhost dot something and not the PeopleDear. Let's see. Yeah. It's localhost. Come on. Okay. It cannot navigate. There is a browser screenshot. And what's 404? Okay. 404 because it's trying to access something else. Mm-hmm. No. Okay, I'm tired. I will try to solve this offline. Okay, so I'm not going to wait for it. Okay, so thank you all, and I have a lot of fun again trying to play with the routes, setting up tests with this new feature or this new method with host of pest. I'm still trying to figure out how can I set it up to run the tests on the landlords and on the tenant. We were able to set this on tenant. We found out that the method with host is still not available on with the visit um, helper while writing tests and running the tests. So we will wait a little bit more um, for the next updates of pest, and then we will refactor our tests for sure. Yep. So thank you all. Bye. See you.